everyone, and welcome to another high elo game of Age of Empires. Today, the first snow of the season is upon us, and we're doing the only sensible thing, which is bundling up and sitting down to watch some Age of Empires as Vivi, playing as the Malians in blue, gets ready to take on MbL, playing as the Lithuanians in red. Now, while the players heard their herdables explore their immediate surroundings and try to go up to Feudal Age as fast as possible, let's take a look at the Civ matchup we will be watching today. Now, the Malians are classified as an infantry civilization, but it is so much more. To start with, sure, units produced in Malian barracks do get extra pierce armor for free, starting in Feudal Age all the way up to +3 pierce armor for free in Imperial. And the Malian unique unit is the Gebetto, a quick infantry unit with a strong ranged melee attack but terrible HP and 0 base armor of any kind. But beyond that is when things get fun. Malian cavalry can be upgraded to get a massive +5 attack boost, which does help out because even though the Malians don't get hussars or paladins, oh, the deer again, it's always the deer, it's always the deer. As I was saying, the Malians do not get hussars or paladin, but with the Farimba upgrade, the Malian cavaliers do come with a higher attack than paladins, and their light cavalry and heavy camel riders are some of the strongest in the game. Now, if instead you choose to go the archer route, you'll have plenty of wood to build your army, because all Malian buildings except for farms cost 15% less wood. Now, in order to help the Malians build their military up as fast as possible, their gold miners drop off 10% more gold, their universities work 80% faster, and their villagers, their economy is harder to raid because they can upgrade these structures, their town centers, to actually fire 8 arrows when ungarrisoned and up to 18 arrows when fully garrisoned compared to the usual 10 that a town center fires when it's fully garrisoned. Now, speaking of the usual town center, we're not looking this way because we're looking at the Lithuanians, a civilization that focuses on their heavier cavalry. Lithuanian knights, their cavaliers, their paladins all come with a free attack boost for every single relic that they collect, up to a maximum of 4 relics for a free +4 attack boost. This feature also applies to their unique unit, the Latest, a heavy cavalry unit whose attack actually ignores enemy armor. Ignoring enemy armor, the du jour issue in Age of Empires with the introduction of the Armenian composite bowman. But here, ladies and gentlemen, we've got the OG civilization, the OG unit that ignores armor, the Latest. Now, to gather relics and get this free attack boost as fast as possible, the Lithuanian monasteries do work 20% faster. And to support their heavy cavalry on the field of battle, the Lithuanian, I keep saying the Lithuanian instead of just Lithuanian, I apologize, Lithuanian spearman line units and skirmishers do move 10% faster and can be upgraded to get +2 pierce armor. So we might have a battle of the extra pierce armor here between these two civilizations. Now, to help build a robust economy to support their military endeavors, each Lithuanian town center does provide 100 extra food, and they can also be harder to raid because then it can upgrade their town centers to get +3 range, which does make them outrange most mangonels in the game in Castle Age. Those are the two civilizations, oddly similar, interestingly similar, lots of obviously huge differences, but both with very powerful cavalry lines, both with extra pierce armor on some units, both with town center features. Very excited to see how this game goes, especially when we're talking about players with Elos that are literally 4 points apart. Very, very close. Vivi to the south. Let's take a look at his base. Already has a farm up. Hasn't clicked up yet, doesn't look like. No, still producing, still training villagers with 18 primary gold off to the side. Where is his primary stone? A little bit to the north. Additional gold piles off campus. And where is the secondary stone? It is also very far off campus. Not a great base for Vivi. Not a fantastic base. He's got 3 medium-sized forests here that can help anchor the left side of his base for a wall up, but the right side of his base totally open. Also, these forests to the back, ugh, that's disgusting. I mean, they'd have to spawn a lake in the middle of this forest just to make lumberjacking over here even more annoying. Now, the good news is the one shining light here is that he's got a relic to the back, he's got a relic to the side, and it very, very close to his base. Now, when you are playing against the Civ that needs relics, who's kidding who? The Aztecs, it's nice when you can get relics, you get extra gold. The Burgundians, it's nice when you get relics, you get extra food. The Lithuanians, they're missing Blast Furnace, which means their cavalry might be heavy. It might be powerful, but it's not quite as powerful, even though, again, the Malians also missing that last upgrade. But the Lithuanians, they need relics, and I stand by that. Let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree. But yeah, this is a civilization that you as a Lithuanian need to do whatever the hell you can to get the relics, and you as the player opposing the Lithuanians needs to do whatever the hell you can to stop them from getting the relics. We've got the exact same army composition, the exact same army supply. It looks like Blue's units, all 3 of them are damaged, whereas the 2 militias for our Lithuanian, pristine health. Fantastic defense so far out of our Lithuanian, who should be able to get this last militiaman. Should be able to. Oh, there we go. He gets he gets a scout and the militia as he continues chasing. Let's take a very quick look at his base. Primary gold for our Lithuanian off to the side. Primary stone a little bit exposed. Additional gold and stone in the forward position, but he's got 1 secure gold pile to the back. Now this is a backwards forest. This is a nice, thick, juicy piece of lumber real estate. Although our Lithuanian, his 3 medium-sized forests are off to the side, which means the back, the side, and the forward position of his base completely open. I don't like any of these bases, to be honest. What is going on with Age of Empires spawning these terrible, terrible bases? Very hard to wall off, but I mean, I say terrible. The players will wall it off as they see fit, and we'll get to see a nice, big, exciting game, I hope. I hope. This militia, oh my goodness, 1 more shot away. By the way, we're in Feudal Age, which explains why he has Pierce armor of 1+1. If you take a look, there is no scale mail armor that has been researched. That is just that cool feature of the Malians. Okay, both players in Feudal, both players, 24-25 villagers, and both players still sticking to their original armies. Not looking like anyone's training anything other than 1 scout for our Malian because he lost his scout. Needs to get some kind of map vision. MbL sees all of the guts. He's opened the hood up. He's seen everything that's in here, but he's got to back away. He's got to run away from the spear. Okay, he dodges it. Oh no, oh no. Dodges it for a hot second until it runs into another scout. And Vivi knocks up his, rather notches his first kill of the game with that 1 dead scout. MbL keeping an eye out on the center. Might want to split these guys up if they're there for vision. I mean, look at the line of sight on these units. It's amazing. Might want to split them up. Might want to send 1 over here. You know, your opponent essentially has 2 avenues of attack into you. I've been looking at the mini-map, 1 over here, 1 over here. And by placing both of them here, you've now missed the fact that there are 2 scouts headed your way. Although, does he really care? He's got a spearman already preemptively placed. He's got a second one that just popped out of the barracks. 1 poke, 18 HP gone. Just like that in the blink of an eye. Lithuanian villagers very confident that they can survive a raid, not getting garrisoned in the town center. So Vivi trying to play a few mind games here with our Lithuanian, trying to get him to garrison the villagers. A little bit of idle time never hurts. Now these 2 are chasing a spearman. Okay. Okay, so maybe I'm the idiot. Maybe he's the one who was smarter leaving both of them on this side of the map. Let's take a look at the wall off, because according to the mini-map, I mean, what the hell is this out of MbL? This is nice. I don't know what the hell this is. It's a bit of a wonky shape, I want to call it. A bit of a blob. Whereas, I mean, this isn't much better. This really is the battle of similarities. Not only are the civs oddly similar. Oh, yeah, no, you can't take down the town center, not with 2 militias. I don't think MbL was really paying attention, nor do I think he actually cares that he lost those 2 units. But this is now a battle of 2 very funky shaped bases, which may not be a bad title for a thumbnail. If I can fit that into 2 or 3 words, we'll see. I guess you'll have already seen it by the time you see this game. MbL gets shooed away by the presence of a spearman, but he's already here with 4 scouts. HP, not terrible. Can take on 1 scout at a time, but there's a reinforcing one here. I love that he's keeping it about 10 tiles away from the other one, because it does allow him to reinforce quite quickly. MbL's going to discover, rather, Vivi's going to discover that this area is now completely walled off. And he has 1 avenue of attack now, even narrower with the presence of, what is this? Another archery range, or rather an archery range. Why did I think he already had an archery range? Ooh, an attempted wall off here. Viper Styles fails. Unless that was just being built there for housing. MbL doesn't really look like he needs housing at the moment. Does lose a villager, though. So the first economic kill going to Vivi, who now leads 4 kills to 2. Who are the villagers going to attack the scouts? Okay, kind of looked like they were about to intercept. Yeah, I think MbL wanted to attack those scouts with the villagers from the high ground, which would have been absolutely bonkers and fun to see. And Vivi gets another kill, but loses his scout. They die one on top of the other here. I can make so many jokes as their bodies decay into the grasslands of Arabia. Okay. So like always, whenever Arabia spawns a grass map, you have to imagine in your mind's eye that the Star Wars intro shows up and it says in a land far, far away on an Arabia map, far, far away, a long, long time ago, back when Arabia used to be lush and had deer and stone and I guess relics and forests and stuff, as opposed to the sandy dunes that we know of it today. I don't know why I'm adding extra words to my sentences. It's a little concerning. Both players now heading up to Castle Age. It looks like our Lithuanian a little bit ahead of his opponent. Let's take a look at the stats. We've got 5 army count, a few scouts, a spearman, and 1. Where's this? What has this guy been doing this whole game that he's... I thought he lost all his militia, but this one's gotten 16 HP knocked off his butt. We've got 2 scouts, 3 spearmen, 4 skirmishers for our Lithuanian. It looks like there's a blob moving forward. Ooh, he's got 460 wood. What is he going to build with these 2 villagers who were taking, it looks like, taking off berry duty with their baskets as they are now heading forward? Oh, no, MbL, don't do this. Don't reveal your army to your opponent. Don't reveal your movement. Why did he have to do that? Now you reveal to your opponent that you've got villagers. Why did he have to run back and lure Vivi north? Ooh, I don't know. I don't know that that was necessarily worth it. I don't know. Again, let me know in your comments below. Should he have done that, or should he have lost 1 scout just to keep this secret? Because now the element of surprise is completely gone, which is why he loses 2 scouts for nothing. For literally nothing. This one hero spearman with a poke and a prod manages to get his civilization's kills beyond that of the Malian as a monastery comes up, of course. Let's see how many relics our Lithuanian has actually seen. So he hasn't seen the one to the left. He's seen the one to the north. He's seen the one to the east. So there are 2 relics that are very close here. The only thing he's got to be worried about is this band of marauding light cavalry units, which now, because they are light cavalry, need only 2 swipes to kill a monk. A villager dies. He's going to reveal his mangonel and then lose it immediately. Oh my god, all in exchange for 1 scout / light cavalry unit. I use those terms interchangeably, so when I say a light cavalry unit, I mean a scout, a light cav, a hussar. Ooh, an attempt to trap this guy fails, but he dies nonetheless. The town center, 4 kills out of 11. So far, this town center is the MVP of the Malian army. These guys are moving to the right. Not too sure where they think they're going. Probably just exploring. I don't think he expects to get any kind of damage done. And now the Commonwealth of Lithuania is laying siege to the Malian Empire as a mangonel moves forward. A few skirmishers being added into the mix, but Vivi pretty cool, pretty calm. Oh, another poke off gotten on. Okay. I like all these little pokes, all these little prods that these spearmen, these pikemen are getting off on the Malian cavalry, because the more you can damage that Malian cavalry, the less you'll have to deal with it if Vivi goes for Rimba. Some civilizations, you just want to keep these light cavalry units alive as much as possible. The Mongols, for example, when you upgrade them, they get the extra HP. The Turks, for example, who automatically get them upgraded. Oh, Vivi loses 1 light cav, gets another one converted. An absolute disaster so far. He's got his 2nd town center. Let's see where that is. Nice and secure in the back. No real gold or stone anywhere nearby. This one, very confident, very cocky, is mining stone with 5 villagers. Okay, so Vivi might want to get a castle up in the near future, or maybe another town center. Looks like MbL will lose. There we go. The mangonel And this is why I said it's important to keep these units alive, because when you have special features that apply to a specific group of units, you might want to keep those units as alive as long as possible. We've got 8 stone miners. He says, I see you're 5, now 7. I'll raise you a few more. Gets the stone. What a great placement for a town center here with the gold, with the wood line, everything fantastic. Lining up for our Lithuanian there, whereas our Malian having to take a bit of a bigger risk because this... Oh my goodness. I wanted to say front or primary, and it came out primary. Maybe I should have some sugar before I cast these games, but his primary stone is no longer mineable, is the point, as the light cav show up to the side here. Quarry miners. Okay, they get into their town center. Remember, these guys do move faster. The Lithuanian pikemen 10% faster than the average pikeman. So you see this spearman moves at a 1.0, the pike at a 1.1. Okay, the light cav disengage. We've got 3 mangonels. Attack rounds, not terrible. Not terrible. Looks like they got the HP off of one of the units. Oh, but he's going for the monks. He gets 1 monk. He gets 1 monk for 3 light cav. I don't know. Not the greatest trade. But, okay. Good pickup there for our Lithuanian, who is now finding himself under attack to the side of his base. Trying to get flanked here by these light cavalry units that just want to get inside the guts of his base. By the way, what has Vivi seen? He hasn't seen much. Not since his initial scouting, whereas MbL's vision... okay, also hasn't really seen much. Never mind. I thought he would have seen much more for some reason. Ooh, we've got our Lithuanian castle. Oh, they're so exposed here. This light cavalry unit, if he had just gone out a few seconds later, looks like a pikeman kill to the north of the map as he shoos away these light cav, and more pikemen being added. So our Lithuanian using pikemen to secure his base, and oh my goodness, we're having what the, oh my goodness, 20 villagers. He wants this stone. He wants to knock red off of this stone, or maybe he wants this gold. For sure he wants to knock red off this stone, but red has a stone pile over here as well. Wow, we have a bit of a base trading situation, which is not very common in Age of Empires. A lot more common in games like StarCraft, but in games like this, and Blue's gonna discover this castle. If he hasn't already seen it, he's going to engage into the villagers right as it completes. What horrible timing for Vivi. Absolutely horrible. Will he lose it? Will he lose it? No, it runs up the hill and across the mountain, up and down, and survives. I don't know what the hell the rhyme is. Up the hill and down the whatever. But now there's a Malian castle pressing on the nerve center of the Lithuanian settlement. We've got a Lithuanian castle helping him teeth gold. Both players teething the secondary gold piles of each other. But the real story is this: 3 mangonels, no units being trained with the exception of a Gebeto, or Gebeto, I should say, I believe it's called. Our Malian, look, I don't mind this out of Vivi, taking these big risks out on the map. First with that town center near the stone. Oh, and these light cav catch a whole bunch of villagers. These are not scouts anymore. This is going to do a bunch of damage. We'll see if he gets a third. Well, he's not technically walled in. Yeah, he's not walled in. Okay, so he can just run away. Not too sure why he derped out a little bit there to the south. And this is just giving Vivi an opportunity to have an anchor point where he can just launch raids, and there's nothing that our Lithuanian can do about it. He can't engage into here. The light cav are going to heal. The pikeman can't really chase, and he'll just pop out and raid whenever the hell he wants. But raiding is not really relevant, says our Lithuanian, because, hey, I'm just going to do a full frontal. Has to be careful here as pikemen are off to the side. Castle will help defend this mangonel, but no villager to repair it means that it is stuck at 2 HP. I thought that thing was going to die. No, here we go. Pulls a villager. It is coming to repair outposts, multiple outposts. Town center under fire. Town center under fire. It looks like these light cavalry are doing exactly what I thought they'd be doing, but pikemen kill them here. Town center kills them here. Does rack up 1 kill. Stone miners. I mean, gold miners, stone miners. Like I said, oh, Vivi taking big risks, but we'll see if they come with big risks, come big rewards. And now that's it. That's all she wrote for our Lithuanian siege. He's training one more mangonel. But the camel, an interesting choice here out of our Malian. What the hell did he see here that he thought, hey, you know what? A camel would be a good idea. What does he have? He's got some light cavalry. He's got some skirmishers, pikemen. I mean, I guess I don't know what to say. A camel is a decent unit, but a purpose-built unit. Look at this. The Jabetos using their quick speed to get underneath the shadow of the castle, knowing that, of course, pro players never get murder holes, which means they are safe here. And they're just going to town on these villagers. Holy shit. The Kapingas are flying. The pikemen are not doing anything. And I mean, in theory, they're going to take down this castle. In theory, unless our Lithuanian researches murder holes. No, he's focusing on his trebuchets. Still a minute and 40 seconds. Our Malian has to defend for about 2 minutes because our Lithuanian's an Imperial, and we all know what that means. It means trebuchets. Castle might want to upgrade its range so it can maybe hit the town center, but we've got a treb attacking the castle to the north. We've got a treb destroying a town center. There it goes. And now another town center. He says, you know what? You took mine over here. I'm just going to take yours. So both players tiefing each other's resources. We've got the primary gold of our Malian, the secondary gold, and the primary stone all lamed. I don't know how our Malian can recover from this unless he pushes out in a big way. Redemption. So he thinks siege is what's going to be coming at him. Little does he know there's only one mangonel being trained. Maybe he wants to go after structures. Oh, he loses his castle. And now our Malian is exposed. These villagers everywhere. There's nothing here to defend them. But to be fair to Vivi, there's nothing here to attack them either. Trebs are going to get these structures pretty well. The Jabetos, how many kills? 7 kills already, but they have to back away. They cannot take on a town center. And back away they do. We've got Lechai out on the map. Absolutely awesome. Uh-oh, where did that red monk think it was going? And where the hell do these pikemen think they're going? Our Lithuanian beginning to stream these units. He's got how many relics? 2 relics, which means that these guys only a +2. I mean, at least get forging. He doesn't have a single melee attack upgrade yet. Opting to go for just the relics at the moment. He's got the food for it. He's going for bloodlines first, which is pretty smart. So our Lithuanian is pushing through the south. This villager, okay. So the army goes by that villager. I guess they don't want to really attack her. Looks like the Jabetos got the latest who was charging at them. Another castle gone up on the hill, but the gold's been lost, but there's only 700 of it left. How much stone is left here? Okay, the majority of the stone is still left, but does he care? He's taking this stone. Oh my God, 29 villagers. As the Lechai just ransack the base of our Malian, but the little does our Lithuanian know, or maybe he does, that this big blue blob on the minimap is actually no fewer than 29. And what the hell is this? What is going on? We've got a stone quarry party over here. Okay, now the Trebs are actually within the range of these Jabetos. They can actually snipe these Trebs. Uh-oh, a bit of a mistake here by our Lithuanian. I think they can even get this one if they wanted to. Yeah. Oh no, a mistake here by MbL, who rushes in with his Lechai. He's going to delete the house to get in there. No, he does not. Why is he being so hesitant with these Lechai? He's already got the pikemen engaged. Okay, now they launch into battle a little bit too late, perhaps. But look at this mass movement of villagers. Okay, never mind, too late. There's 8 reinforcing Lechai from the south are charging in here, chasing the Jabetos back, but now they've got castle defense. Where is the last Treb from our Lithuanian? It must be the one that's down south. And now the Malian begins his siege of this town center. Lots and lots of villager movement. This is something, by the way, that pro players are just so freaking good at. When something doesn't go their way. They're not stubborn. I mean, most of the time, they're not stubborn. They don't double down on a losing strategy. Uh-oh. They just pivot. Okay, I'll move 29 villagers. I'll move 4 villagers. I'll move 9 villagers. Doesn't really matter. Gebetto's doing a good job here against these Lechai. What's the melee? Only 2 melee against an 11 attack, 9 damage, 120 HP is 14 Kapingas needed. But this is going to be a pain in the ass. Like I said, Vivi taking big risks out on the map. And they have so far been... What the hell? How did this guy get into the mining camp? Welcome to Age of Empires, where the code is from 1999. Okay. More scuffling in the center here, but somehow that Latus managed to get his butt into the mining camp and then dies right on top of it as more Lechai begins streaming. We've got 24 Lechai. He's getting iron casting. How many relics? Still only on 2. I mean, what is Vivi doing here? He is just giving the Lithuanian free range in his town center. In his settlement. These Lechai are just running around wherever the hell they damn well please. Treb is moving out. He did manage to get the town center. Now he's probably going to go after the Treb or the mining camp. Let's see. Definitely something, because those Lechai are moving straight for that Treb. They're going to get it, but how many of them will die? 1 dies. 1 dies. Okay, the Gebettos are luring these guys to their deaths underneath the castle. Good choke point here for Vivi. So many dead Gebettos. These Lechai are just so powerful. One says, F that. I don't want to fight for the Malians anymore. Take me home, Lithuania. And now Red is finally starting to expand out in his main base, but all the resources here, the stone is gone, the gold, barely any left, and now he's securing this location with a castle. Not a terrible location. I wonder if he couldn't just fit it onto here. But there are just small clumps of units everywhere. This is a caster's nightmare. You try to focus on one area. Will he get the convert? Will he get the convert? Of course he's going to get the convert. No. Vivi says, I know you're going to get the convert on that one, so I'm just going to kill it. And then moves in with this one. I wonder if this is just to distract the monks. Brilliant move. Leroy Jenkins, that one Gebetto. The traitor falls. The Malians get their revenge. Luring the monks forward, getting them to spend their faith on one unit while a whole bunch of reinforcements move forward. And now they are going to catch a bunch of villagers, but it does look like there is raiding to the back of the Malian town center here. Oh, goodness. Our Lithuanian, by the way, has all 4 relics that he needs to get a nice +6 attack boost on these Lechai. He needs to get them to elite. They need to attack on, what is that, a 22, I think they attack on when they're fully upgraded elite. Siege of the town center. Another one just being rebuilt. Oh my man, what an absolute bonkers game. I mean, there's look at the minimap. Where the hell do you look? You look south to these Lechai that may be raiding. Okay, they may be raiding, maybe not. I mean, all of Red's Lechai are pretty bruised and battered here. These ones, their HP is terrible. Okay, never mind. These ones are fresh recruits, and they find a juicy line here of villages. Oh my god. What an absolute disaster for Vivi as he loses even more villagers. This is the issue when you take big risks out on the map. The Gebettos look like they killed a few lumberjacks over here. Now they're chasing back these Lechai. I don't know if this is a fight you really want to chase into. Vivi continuing to separate small clumps of units. Oh, I don't know that this is a fight you want to take. I don't know that this is a fight you want to take. I mean, look at Vivi's villager count. It's sub 100. Oh, no. Yeah. I don't know what to say except what I've been saying for the last little while. Repetitively, I apologize. That big risks either come with big rewards or a GG. Vivi just doing an amazing job putting on some forward pressure here, but not enough. MbL doing the exact same thing. This was literally a game of tit for tat. Gebetto's raiding one place, Lechai raiding the other, but at the end of the day, like I said, Vivi's base, it's there's like a public easement on it. MbL is just free to, what is it, ingress, egress onto it whenever he wants. Come on, come off, just run around. He's got, what's the armor on these guys now? 5 Pierce armor, which means they're pretty damn safe from town centers. Even though these are Malian town centers, I don't think he got Tigui, did he? We'll take a look at the military upgrades. I don't think he got Tigui, even though it's not that expensive an upgrade. How do we know that? Let's take a look. How many arrows? Oh, it doesn't actually say. Okay, so it doesn't... I think with Tigui, it would say 7 extra arrows or 8 arrows right now, because I don't think it says anything. It's I don't think he researched it, but what are this? You are the... Okay, so I mean, Vivi doing an amazing job. Like I said, a lot of tit for tat here, but ultimately, let's take a look at the stats and see why or how MbL just outdid his opponent. 72 Jabetos, 64 Late. I mean, we know who wins that battle. Peak APM right at the beginning. Peak APM also in the beginning of the game for both players. Economy. Oh, yeah, look at that. About 20% bigger economy. Relics not really playing a role. 1,300 gold, not the end of the day. A little bit more wood. A little bit more food. Double almost the gold. Ay, ay, ay. Here we go. And look at this. Our Malian, 3,200 stone. What the hell did he use all that stone for? How many castles did he have at the end of the day? He had one up here. He had one over here that's being attacked by 2 trebuchets, guarded now by Lechai. It looks like the Jabetos tried to get in here to get some kind of action going. And even though he managed to destroy this town center, another one was rebuilt. We saw literally instantaneously. Wow, okay. And now let's see if he got, if our Malian, let's see if we can see a blue square. When did he get castle? There's castle. And then he got a whole bunch of cavalry upgrades and then just went Jabetos. I mean, what do you make of that? Here's hill forts. Okay, I'm glad to see at least somebody upgraded their town center. Let's take a look at the range, by the way. It should be a 9, right? Yeah, 9 range on these guys. It's like crenellations for a town center. What a super fun game, but I think Vivi, again, just gave MbL too much VIP behind the scenes access to his settlement. MbL just running around, 65 villager kills to 39. And based on how the game ended with Vivi being down almost 40 villagers, I suspect this is a big reason why he decided to tap out. That and the fact that his opponent now has fully upgraded Lechai, which, there we go, now they're elite. They attack on a 22 damage against a unit that has 40 HP. 1 poke, 2 poke, and every Jabeto is dead. Whereas these guys attack on an 11. Oh, I know more upgrades. They attack on an 11. These guys got 5. So they do 6 damage to a unit that has 150 HP. That's what, 25 shots, 25 Kapingas needed. He's got 12. So I think Vivi realizing militarily he's just been outperformed. Economically, he's been put too far behind. This castle is under siege, and once that one falls, you best believe this one is going to go under siege as well, although it's on the high ground, so it's going to be a little bit more secure, but no actual upgrades for them. Not for them, for the castle. Even though I believe the Malians get all the masonry and architecture and hoardings and all that stuff, this castle remains unupgraded. But the real story, I think, is these Lechai. I think our Malian just didn't do a good job keeping the Lithuanian away from these. I mean, he hasn't even seen the relic right next to his base. He just didn't do a good job keeping the Lithuanian away from those relics. The Lithuanian gets those relics, fully upgrades the OG armor ignoring unit here, the latest, and these Lechai come to play. 36 of them just overwhelm the Malian settlement. And with those overwhelming Lechai, MbL, our Lithuanian in red, is victorious, but GG to both players. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.